everyone, welcome. I want to show you a posture today, the downward dog. You may have heard it called Adho Mukha Svanasana. You do the downward dog on all fours on the floor. So you'll need a mat, and I would recommend that you bring a rolled up towel or blanket as well. That's going to be for your heels. There's a couple of things I need to say about the downward dog before you even start. So it's quite a strong posture, so go easy with it. Make sure you watch the safety video if you've not already done so. And you really do need to have warmed up the muscles. So you need to have done some of those warm-up activations, the muscles of the spine especially, but also your leg muscles as well. There are some stretches you could do with doing, and you'll find those videos. One would be for your back, standing against the wall to really ease out the spine, and the other for the calf muscles and the hamstrings, just to get those muscles warmed up. Now, there are a few people that I would suggest don't do this posture. Anybody that's in their first 3 months of pregnancy, anybody that's in their first 3 days of menstrual cycle. If you have glaucoma, it can bring pressure to the eyes. Same goes for a detached retina, or if you've got an eye or ear infection. If you've got high or low blood pressure, I would just be careful with this posture. You might just want to stick with doing a stretch against the wall. If you've well managed with medication, you could do it, but don't hold the posture and don't close the eyes, especially for low blood pressure. Don't do any sudden movements. So, shall we get started? You're nicely warmed up, you've done some stretches, and you're ready to go. So I'm going to ask you just to come onto all fours. Now, in the cat posture, we always have the shoulders in line with the wrists. It's a little bit too wide, is that, for the downward dog. So bring your hands in a little bit nearer towards your knees. So your knees are hip width apart, and you've got your legs out, but the toes are turned under, as you can see. And position your rolled up blanket or towel so it's just ready for when you want to put your heels on it. Now, to get into this posture, it is for a great posture for stretching out and lengthening in the spine and good strong legs. So what you don't want to be doing is having all your weight forward on the hands. So I'm going to show you some easy ways, an easy way to get into the posture. And it's doing some little bunny hops is what I call them. So you're keeping your hands on the floor, and you're just going to push the bottom back and raise the knees. See if you can get the momentum going, pushing back with the tailbone, pushing back away. If you've done the warm-up that was the stretch at the wall, you'll know about pushing the tailbone backwards and the crown forwards. So now you've got that momentum going, see if you can push away and up at the same time. Keep the knees bent, your heels will be on your rolled up blanket, and keep your head just between your elbows. Let the crown look down at the floor and lengthen the crown and push the tailbone away. Bend the knees, come back down. You can rest down for a moment. And as you're resting there, you might find that your heart rate has gone up a little bit. It's quite a fiery one, is this. So if you're feeling a bit sluggish, downward dog's your one. But it also allows you to let go of emotions. These upside down postures, inversions, allow you to have a letting go of anything that's been building up over the weeks or days. So let's give it another go. So you just turn your toes under, hands are quite near your knees. If you find that hard to put your hands flat on the floor, it's quite hard on the wrists, you can come onto fists. So push away first with these little bunny hops, pushing away, and then when you've got your momentum and you feel you can do it, it's push away and up at the same time. Knees are bent, your heels are flat on the floor, on your rolled up blanket. so that you can put some pressure into the heels. Then you can feel that the calf muscles and the hamstrings are working. Keep your head between your elbows and let your crown look down at the floor. Imagine you're breathing up through your heels, right up the legs, over the buttocks and down that lovely long spine into the crown and down into the floor. Breathe in from the heels, right up to the buttocks. Breathe out, down through the spine and the crown. And whenever you're ready, just bend your knees and come back. If you want to just straighten your knees a little bit more, you can do, just to give a little extra stretch on the hamstrings. And then bending the knees, come back down. Rest down in child. So the buttocks go on the heels, the top of the foot's flat on the floor. Rest the head. Close your eyes. Let the breathing come back to normal. Let the heart rate go down. And just rest as long as you wish. Beautiful, well done everyone. So, the rolled up blanket, eventually as your hamstrings get a little bit more supple and less tight and the calf muscles strong, you'll start to be able to get a thinner wedge and maybe get the heels down. But don't rush into that, because the whole posture is to get this beautiful lengthening in the spine, right from the crown up to the tailbone, pointing the tailbone up to the sky. Okay, brilliant. Hope you enjoyed that. Come back for more another day. Thank you.